down an enemy.
Hostile close.
Cover for your mates.
Oh, Father, give me some.
Took down an enemy. Good.
What's good, YouTube? This video will be talking about my first impressions of the new legend Rampart for season 6. Now, is Rampart good? I'm not gonna lie. When I first started using her in the beginning, like few hours after the update for season 6, she was pretty tough to use. But after using her for a couple days and making this video as of right now, I think that Rampart is a good character. I'm glad that she's in the game. She's a lot of fun to use. She's helpful to the team with her abilities, and that's what I wanted for season 6, for a legend to be helpful to the team and have meaning to the team, and also fun to use. So Rampart does fit that. Rampart was very difficult to use in the beginning because of the way I thought that she might play out. For some reason, I felt like she would be able to be a character that you could use aggressively to have mobile cover all the time, kind of like having a Gibby shield all the time. But I found out that in order to use her amp covers, you have to wait 5 seconds for them to be fully up. If not, people can shoot them right away. Once I found that out, I found that you had to switch your whole playstyle. You can't be super aggressive with Rampart. Now Rampart, her abilities make her fun, especially her cover. Her cover, every time you get a kill with her covers, it feels so satisfying. The covers add extra damage to your guns. Also, her turret, her machine gun it'll scare enemies off. Now, when I was looking over the patch notes and the trailers and stuff, I thought that Rampart's passive with LMGs making it more, I thought it would be a lot more viable. I thought I would catch myself using LMGs a lot, but no, I didn't. LMGs weren't a gun that I was using a lot with Rampart. I was using a lot of the Hemlock G7 Wingmans, even R301s with her cover. The Hemlock, with like in this video, you'll see me using a lot of the Hemlock, and the Hemlock is a beast with her cover. I've gotten 2 bursts with that gun using her cover. Things you need to know about Rampart is that her amp covers take about 5 seconds to be fully up. If they're not fully up, just like Caustic and his traps, you can shoot them before they're fully up and it'll destroy right away. When I first found this out, I was a little disappointed because I felt like if her cover was instant, this would make her a really good legend to be aggressive, because you would have 5 of these and you would be able to push and always have cover. Another thing is that I found out was all guns get increased damage. It's not just the LMGs. So I thought this whole time when I was looking at the notes and the trailers that her LMGs and her machine guns would get increased damage, and those would be the only guns. But no, every gun gets increased damage. To destroy her cover, enemies would have to put 180 damage into it, or shooting it, before they can even shoot you while you're behind it. So that's a free like purple shield, free red shield right there that you get if you're able to post up with it. Now her passive, something else you need to know is that her passive gives light machine guns an extra 5 bullets to them compared to any other legend. So if you're using Rampart, you start off with the Spitfire at 40 bullets, instead of, if you're using another character, you'll start off with 35, and then it would keep increasing with the mag size. Her ultimate is also unlimited. The only thing you have to do with it is reload it. But when you're using her turret, you have to understand that you're an easy target. Now Rampart is a great legend for 1v2s. In this video, or I'm showing multiple clips of me 1v2ing teams using Rampart, and even if you have low health, you're able to do this because they have to shoot her cover before they can get to you. So 1v2s are great with Rampart. Holding buildings, she's a great person, just like Watson or Caustic. She's a defensive character, so holding buildings or holding areas with her cover, her turret or machine gun is great. Because she has that mobile cover, she's good for endgame. As long as you and your team can post up, you guys have to know where that ring is. Now, some tips with Rampart is that she could actually block doors with her cover. Think of it like a Caustic trap. Rampart is very similar to like a mixture of Caustic, Watson, and like a Gibraltar. All these defensive characters are in one is kind of like Rampart. Now, when using Rampart, I found that you want to use her abilities to where if you're about to go into a fight, place it down first, then go into the fight, so you would always have that cover for backup, just in case if you're in trouble. If you're in an open area, you already placed your cover, so just go back to it, crouch, heal up, or you will bait the enemies to chasing you, and once they pop around the corner, you're right there with your cover, shooting them with extra damage. So that's a great way to use Rampart. Always use it before going into fights, or if you're behind cover, like if you're behind a rock or a building, set her cover up around your sides, your back, so you don't get shot, and in front of you, so that when teams are about to pop around the corner, you're ready. You want to use Rampart to bait your enemies. So you can use Rampart a little aggressively, but you can't be fully aggressive because of how her mobile cover does take a couple seconds or 5 seconds, and it's easy to kill. So you have to position yourself in good areas when using her. Now, for my first impressions of Rampart, I do feel like she's a good legend to have. She's a good legend to play with individually, and she is a good legend to have on a team. The fact that you guys can have increased damage on your guns is great to have. Now, I don't think she'll be meta. I don't think she'll be someone that every team will have, like in 2 weeks or whatever. But I do feel like she is fun to use. Every time you get a kill with her, using her amp covers, it feels great. Her turret or machine gun, Sheila, is really good to have also. Usually I found with her ultimate that you don't really get kills with them, because the moment someone sees you with them, they usually run off. So it's good to use her ultimate, not to really kill, but to scare or make your enemies run away. So it's good to have that. Her passive was a little her passive is cool. I mean, I don't really use LMGs a lot, so you know, her passive is whatever. But when you do pick up an LMG, it's good, especially with the faster reload. I like the faster reload the most about it. It does also reload the machine gun a lot faster as well, so that's good too. And everybody already knows the devotion is good, so if you have that with increased damage, it's pretty good. So always going into fights, or if you think enemies are about to pop up around the corner, always have your cover set. Always have it ready, and you'll be fine with her. Don't use it to where it's too late, because by the time you find out it's too late to use your cover, by the time you start setting up, enemies are just gonna start shooting it. You know, have your teammates shoot the enemies or stall for it to be fully up. But in all, she's a fun character. She's good to have. She's good to play with. I'm glad that Apex put her in the game. And I don't think that, you know, she needs a nerf or anything. If anything, if there's gonna be anything to buff her, instead of 5 seconds for her cover to build up, make it 3. That's the only thing really that I think of. Other than that, she's a lot of fun to play with. And in the future, probably like 2 or 3 weeks, I'll probably be making another video about Rampart. to see what I really or truly feel about her after 3 weeks of playing with her. This video is made after me playing just a couple days with Rampart, you know. So this is just my first impressions of her. Is she good? I think so. And this is the end of the video. So I'll see you guys on the next one. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Ready for some fun? Cover for your mates. Enemy taken down. So get ready to brag and lag.
You are the Apex Champions.